Welcome to the Nate Speaks Measures podcast. I am your host, Nathan McCarter. I am a student, commentator, and journalist here at the Grambling State University. We're going to be getting into a segment called the G personality. In other words, the Grambling personality. Getting into a little segment and a deeper dive and a closer look into the athletes here at Grambling State University. I'm here with the junior guard for the Grambling State University Lady Tigers, Kahia Warmsley, aka Miss Prolific, aka the number 2 ranked guard in the state of Louisiana for the class of 2020 high school.
AKA to get some rebounds, AKA hit some shots.
AKA, yes. Those are the wise words from Coach Simmons. We're gonna get into a deep dive so far. I have a good set of questions for you, but as far as how the rest of the interview goes, we're gonna let it go smooth. But what has your experience so far at Grambling State University felt like?
So far I love it here at Grambling. And I'm not just saying that because my head coach is there. But no, my experience has been nothing but phenomenal. I've got the pleasure to meet some great people, make some great relationships and bonds while also, getting to play the sport that I love so much. So I'm loving it here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. What does Grambling mean to you so far? I know you haven't been here for maybe this is your second semester here?
Yeah, this is my second semester. I came in the fall. I came in the summer, so it's really my third semester.
Okay. So you've been doing student first before athlete, of course.
Yeah, for sure. My first semester, I ended up getting a 4.0, so I got a real good feeling about this semester and with my academic. Yeah, but it's been cool. It was easy adjustment. Coming from Tulane, coming here is a big difference. Right. But I love it. I love it.
Okay. So as far as the coach, and I know Coach Simmons recruited you, and then she actually went to Tulane herself, and then that's kind of like a Louisiana connection there. What would be the difference as far as I say the campus life on Tulane to the campus life in Grambling? And I know you talked about it to other people as far as like PWIs, not necessarily. I'm pretty sure there's friendly people at PWIs, but not the Southern hospitality isn't all the way there.
Yeah, I mean, Southern hospitality at Tulane was kind of still there because, we were in the South. I was in New Orleans.
Right.
So I kind of got to experience that a little bit. But as far as, like, the people on campus, teachers,
right.
My biggest thing, the difference for me here is probably academics. Like, not saying that, it was more rigorous there and it's not rigorous here, but the teacher's willingness to help you and get to know who you are, put you in a place of opportunity, and all you got to do is just, do the work on your own. I think that's really the biggest difference between Grambling and Tulane.
Okay, I like that. Because me being a student here as well, like there's probably not one professor that hasn't helped me in different ways that I thought I couldn't be helped, basically.
Yeah.
So obviously we said you transferred to Grambling from Tulane. I don't want to get directly straight into the basketball talk. I wanted to read this quote that Coach Simmons actually said when she recruited you. She said, I can't say this enough about the importance of keeping local kids in the state of Louisiana. Kahia will bring instant fan base, experience, natural leadership skills, rebounding from the perimeter, as what Coach Simmons just talked about not so long ago. And this kid has a story to tell through the game of basketball. So what do you have to say about Coach Simmons? I know obviously she was the person that brought you in, and she's been shedding light and just pouring into you the whole season so far you've been playing.
Man, Coach Simmons is Coach Simmons. Like, you just seen like the vibe she gave. Like, she just heard you in and she just spoke in. Like, I don't know. I think Coach Simmons, for me personally as a player, has definitely changed the way I see basketball. In a more positive way, because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was at Tulane, like I lost my love for basketball, and that's not to throw shade on any coach or the school or whatever, but I did lose my love for basketball. I lost that, kid coming out of Mansfield, all that aspiration, it kind of went out the door. But when I came back home, and not only did I get a new coach, but I got a new coach who is more than just a coach. Like, she gives the motherly type, you know what I'm saying? So like, dang, I really want to play basketball here. Like, I really want to, play for her, make her happy, win games. So I think really, I don't know, Coach Simmons is just amazing. I love Coach Simmons.
That I ain't gonna lie. She's actually, I didn't know. Of course, I did a little bit of research and a little bit digging. My birthday is actually on September 7th. Hers is on the 14th. So it's like Virgo. It's a lot of Virgo energy going around.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she's probably loving, but she means exactly what she says, even if whatever it comes off mad or funny. Like she means what she says. So I've always loved that about her. She's always been intentional about everything she's been doing so far.
Yeah, that's definitely her. Y'all, you explained her to the T.
Right. So with obviously the student aspect and the transferring side, so far, what has basketball taught you, and what certain lessons have you applied to real life from basketball?
That's crazy that you asked me that, because this year I think was the most hardest for me. I think you can say for basketball, because it definitely taught me patience. Because I'm sure like the beginning of the season, I couldn't play, and it was because of the NCAA transfer rule. But right. I had to wait. I had to pray. I had to just keep faith, and I don't know, basketball definitely taught me patience, and I see that patience is transferring over into different things in my life, like my brand, like being patient with certain people, working with different people, right. Orders, money, like it's a lot. But I think basketball has definitely taught me patience, and it has definitely paved the opportunity in a way for me to see life in a bigger and brighter side, right. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's your journey. Like nobody else can live out through your journey, feel how you feel, talk how you talk. Like it's all.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to actually watch the interview you did, I want to say early in the season, with Coach Simmons, Casey Chairs. It was what was it? Who was it with?
Liv.
Yes, I was get connected with her, and I actually liked that interview. And you talked about you just talked about prolific, and I actually didn't know this, but you said that the name of your brand was called Built Not Bought first, and then the prolific brand basically was inspired by Nipsey Hussle. And what does it mean to be prolific? It means to be innovative and abundant in everything, in every way that you can.
Yeah.
Would you speak a little bit more light into prolific, a little bit how it started and what does it mean to you in your journey?
Well, so to be prolific, like you said, is to be innovative and abundant. Prolific came about definitely in 2022, whenever I was at Tulane. I didn't have nothing to do. I was bored. I was like, man, let me start my brand back up. So I was like, okay, let me see if my manufacturer is still texting me back. So I hit him up, and he got me a bulk, and some of my teammates and some of the people that I made relationships with in New Orleans, they started supporting me. So I was like, man, I can really do this. Like, I can really be, an entrepreneur. So I picked it back up. And since I've been in Grambling, it has been a total different script. And that's not just from me making sales, but for me, like, this brand thing is bigger than money. Like, it's who can I reach with my story? Who can I reach to make an impact? And who can I reach to buy these affordable clothing that looks appealing, lasts forever? You're not gonna just buy it once and just wear it once. So, and then it's a student body feel, like, here at Grambling. So, I don't know, to be prolific is just to be who you are and live through whatever it is you experience, but knowing that what you're experiencing at that moment is not forever. It's only, temporary. So
basically breaking limits.
Yeah, like I can really go all day about this brand.
Right.
A little bit in a nutshell,
So we're gonna get a little bit back into that, because I actually have a question connected to the prolific brand and everything that you've been bringing as far as that. This season, and obviously we talked about we had to wait for the waiver for you to be able to play, but the 13 games you have played in has been nothing but tremendous. You're averaging 10.6 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists per game, and just a little under a steal a game at 0.9. But in 13 games that you've played, you've actually managed to get 12 steals in 13 games. And out of your points, you scored eight or more points in the 9 of your 13 games. So I want you to kind of speak about basically your overall play, as far as Southern Miss, Tulane, and bring it down to Grambling. What has changed as far as like these last 3 years in your play?
Oh, that's a good question. I think at Southern Miss I came in as a freshman,
right?
With a lot. Like, I started. I don't know if you looked at some of the game logs, but I started a lot of games. I didn't know much about college basketball, so I was just out there, just whatever the coach told me, or whatever the teammates told me. And then to go back to Tulane, my first year, I didn't play much. I had some extremely phenomenal and talented teammates. I played with Moon Urson, who played at Baylor, won a national championship under Kim Mulkey. I was going in practice against her every day, and Dinah Jones, a lot of other, good basketball players. So it taught me a lot my first year at Tulane. Definitely sat the bench, got to learn the game from the bench. And then my next year, I ended up playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
Produced a lot, learned a lot. But then I think at Tulane, I was more of play my role when my name is called.
Right. Okay.
Not really free basketball, not just show your talent, have fun, don't think about nothing. Everything was very systematic. Right. And I think for the type of player that I am, it's kind of hard for me to play in restraints, if that makes sense.
I got you. I understand.
Right. So then coming back here to Grambling, now not only did Coach Simmons, boost my confidence from 0 to 100 just in June and July, but coming here, it's more of create for my teammates, and then once my teammates get hot, it's like free go for me. And it definitely took me a little minute to get that and understand that. But I don't know. I think it's progress, not perfection here.
I completely understand. I played a little bit of AAU ball coming up. I played actually 4 different sports in high school, but man, AAU ball, I was I'm only like 5'11", and I got put at center playing AAU ball because one of our big men we just wasn't there for it. But basically, different situations from like Southern Miss, Tulane, and Grambling. It's almost like you had to go through this in order to understand your role when you're playing for Coach Courtney Simmons. I think it was all set in play of how it was supposed to work out, basically.
Yeah. Like that's why I say like progress, not for perfection. Like when I was at Southern Miss, it was more of putting you out there, do whatever you can. We went with Tulane. It was like, this the play. We're gonna run it like this. You go here, you come back. Then I come to Grambling, and it's like, man, go get a bucket. So
right.
Yeah, so it's definitely I think for me it was a learning curve that I'm really appreciative of, because I think for me in my journey, I think if I would have never went to those 2 schools, I would not be as happy as I am right now.
Okay. I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Southern Miss, the 2 years with Tulane and then Grambling. That year in Southern Miss, you actually dropped the season total of 147 points. The following year, you went to Tulane. You didn't get to play as much, and you dropped 13. That second year at Tulane, you dropped a total of 161 points. Yep. Currently, right now at Grambling, you dropped a total of 138 points. And that only tells me that just speaks measures based off what you were able to learn from the past schools and then coming into the SWAC and trying to find your own for the most part. If I don't like to throw numbers at a lot of players because I know I want y'all just to go out there and play for the most part. But you're definitely going to be passing up your season totals and be hitting that 500 mark as far as your career. So, it only has shown that you progress. The more and more you go, the more and more you practice on your craft. So that.
Yeah, and I think for me, that it's going to come with time. I don't know. I try not to think before I play. I try not to think about points. I try to think about, the small details. I try to think about how many rebounds could I get, because my coach is crazy about rebounds. So
your rebound averages is actually going up as well.
You know what I'm saying? So how many rebounds can I get? How can I get my teammates involved so that I can get myself involved in the game?
Right.
When I first came and my first few games back, I was so ready. So I was just shooting the ball, hoping it was going in. Most part, it was going in. But now it's just really just doing the small things first, so that towards second half, third quarter, the defense is going to be so worried about Demaya Young or Najee Grant, or I don't know, Jazz or someone hit
DP, anybody, yeah.
Right. So now I'm open on the corner. So I think more just that type of stuff.
Exactly. You just spread a lot on your teammates. How would your coaches and teammates describe you as an overall basketball player and overall person?
I think my coaching staff would explain me as a hardworking kid. I'm always in the gym. You was there this morning. I'm always in the gym, always trying to get better. I think they would definitely label me as a leader. I try to lead by example, not so much of talking, but just, my actions, speak for whatever it may be. My teammates, I think my teammates would say that, Kahia is a hustler. She's gonna work hard. She's loving. I love all my teammates. I love them. I talk highly of all of them. I don't know. I think I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
This, down the road, the more interviews we get in with other players, we'll be able to see like the overall of how everybody views each other and the perception. Like that's gonna be neat toward the end.
Right.
Let's see. So obviously we talked a little bit about the Prolific brand. I actually didn't notice at all. You actually have a page on Instagram called Visuals by 12, and then you just did a car page. I didn't even know you were into cars until literally like maybe a day or two ago. So a little bit into like the visuals, and we'll be saying car visuals. Like, let us know.
Yeah, so Visuals by 12 is my photography stuff. So I actually started photography when I came to Grambling, which is so crazy. One day in the summer, I was like, man, I'm gonna buy me a camera. So I bought a camera, and I started off doing YouTube. Like, I got a few YouTube videos up, and I was just like, man, I'm really good with, the numbers, learning the camera. So I just started taking pictures.
Right.
And then it just went crazy from there. After the pictures, I found out that I'm really talented with videography. And so I just got Premiere Pro, and I'm just playing with it, and boom, and people would hit me up, asking me, can I make them videos? And I'm like, sure, what's up? So, but the car page is literally because I have a Dodge Charger, and I don't really post about it, and I was just like, man, let me make a page for the car. So I just made,
It seems like when it comes to like just your overall work ethic, whether it be a student, whether it be anything outside of basketball in the classroom, like you found a way to make sure. Hola.
That's number 4. That's Jazz.
Jazz. But it seems when it comes to you being a student, you being on the court, anything you do outside when it comes to your hobbies and activities, like you definitely don't look at procrastination as a thing. Like procrastination, I can tell is not your thing at all. You're not gonna sit there like something like if you need it done, you're gonna go out there and get it done for the most part.
Facts.
And with that being said, I really want to know. I want to end off this interview right here saying, with your opinion, not your opinion. I just honestly want to know what's your message to the little girls and young women that want to play at the college level.
My message to the little kids, the little boys that want to play, especially little girls who want to play in college basketball. Something that I would say to my kids: start while you're young. Never think that you can't take constructive criticism. Learning how to take constructive criticism at an early and young age is such a big thing. Working hard, working out it's no such thing as not working hard enough or not working out too much. I think if you love the game of basketball, you'll find working out as like fun or a hobby or an escape. So I would just say stay dedicated, stay focused on whatever focus may look like to them. Whether it's being focused in the classroom or being focused on whatever their coach tells them to do. I would say, staying focused, staying out of, the distractions because they're listening to your parents too, because they always know what's best for you, and just following your dreams, man, because there's no limit. Whatever you say you can do, whatever you put your mind to, you definitely can do it if you just put the work behind it. Yeah. Okay.
That I like that message. I mean, it's anybody. It's coming from you, so you feel me? Like anybody that connects with the message that you have for anybody, they'll be able to connect, and we'll be able to grow this more than what it is. I appreciate you for hopping on this interview with me, Kahia. This is the G personality. I hope we can get more players on. And before we get off, you can go ahead and pick what teammates you want to see on the next interview.
Let's see. Let's do it. Who we want to do next? I think we should do Demaya next. Do Demaya, yeah. Demaya gonna give you that goofy, like, yeah, you can do it.
That's a bet. We'll be seeing Demaya Young on the G personality. I appreciate you for coming on the interview once again and allowing me to come to your practice early this morning. I hope you have a good one against Texas Southern. Let's go ahead and get that win.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all tune into the game. It's gonna be a big one. Here's my head coach right here, Nate. You want to say hey?
Coach Simmons.
Yeah.
What's good, Coach Simmons?
Oh, hey. How you doing?
You doing all right?
Is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Yes, it's recording right now.
Let's get me off there. All right.
I be turning suckers to ghosts. I be like rock.